Hello everyone, and for today's tutorial I'm going to show you the basics of 2-point perspective, which you can use to draw all sorts of different buildings. I'm going to show you how to draw a simple house design, and then you can adapt it to whatever you want to do. And the basic tools are very simple, but then you can add other things if you want to, like watercolour, ink, other types of pen. But all you really need to start with is some paper, any kind of paper for drawing on. I've got some smooth Bristol board here, but you can use whichever paper you've got. A ruler you will definitely need, and a pencil. When we refer to 2-point perspective, we're talking about the two vanishing points that you'll use in your drawing to create a sense of perspective, so to show that objects that are in the distance will appear smaller, and I'll show you how to do that. So the first step is to create the horizon line. So this is going to be a horizontal line right across your page, and try and keep all of your pencil marks really nice and light, because then you can rub them out afterwards if you want to. I'm going to do it a little bit darker so that you can see it on the screen, but you would keep them lighter than this so that they can be rubbed out. Okay, and then our two vanishing points are going to be at either end of our horizon line. Again, I'll do them larger and bolder than I normally would. I'd normally just do a little dot of pencil at each end. Okay, the next step is to create a vertical line which will form the front corner, so the corner that's closest to us of our building. So I'm going to position it here, so that's going to be a nice vertical line, and this is the corner of our building. And the next thing I'm going to do is create some perspective lines. Again, I'm doing them dark, but you would do them really lightly, connecting our vanishing points to the vertical line, that corner of our building. Okay, and this is going to be the height of the main part of our building. And the next thing I'm going to do is decide where I want the other corners of my building to be. So I'm going to have one line here. So I do another vertical line there. That becomes the back corner of the building on the right hand side. And I'm going to make this wall a bit longer. So I'm going to do this one a bit further in the distance here. Okay, so this is our basic structure of the building, which you'll see starting to emerge. This is our cuboid shape of that main part of the building. The next thing I'm going to do is add in some more perspective lines, which I can use to create some windows and doors. So I've always following these lines so that I make sure I get the perspective correct. I'm going to put, that will do for that side, I think. Oh, maybe one more. So I might have a couple of windows on that side, I think, and then I have a door here. So I might line that up with that one. That will be the top of my door, and I might have some windows here, slightly smaller. So always going from the vanishing point to that central vertical line. And now I'm ready to draw in my windows and my door. So here I'm going to have a window here, so I'm going to do my verticals. I have to make sure that those edges of the window are completely vertical. This is where people sometimes make a mistake. They might draw their lines at strange angles. You have to make sure they're completely vertical and that they connect up with your perspective line, so that when I draw my window, I'll do it a bit bolder so you can see. This is my window. And you can see it's in perspective. It follows that perspective to up to my vanishing point. and is consistent with the vertical lines of the rest of the building. So that's really, really important when you're doing windows. I think I'll do another one here. And because this window is further back, it's going to appear a little bit narrower as well. So that you have to use your judgment a little bit for this. Or if you've got a reference photograph to help you. As you can see, this back window appears slightly narrower than that one. Okay, and I might use this perspective line to create some detail on the building. Maybe there's a trim here that runs along the bottom of the building there. And I'm going to put my door in here. So again, making sure that my vertical lines are absolutely parallel with my main building verticals of the corner of my building. It's all consistent. And then I judge how wide I want my door and use my perspective lines to follow on the bottom of my building to create my door. And I might have another window here. So again, I'm going to decide how big I want it to be and use my lines. If I decide I want it a bit higher up, I might add in another perspective line from my vanishing point to my central vertical line, and then follow that to create some windows. Might have another one here. Getting wider as we get towards the foreground. Remember, this is the point that is closest to us. Our building is kind of emerging towards us there. Okay, I'm actually going to go over that in pen so that you can see the main building clearly, because I've had to do the perspective lines more bold than I normally would. So you can now see where my building is. And next I'm going to add a roof. Now this can seem a little bit tricky at first because you've got to think about some slightly different angles. We're not just relying now on our verticals. So I'm actually going to put a line halfway along this wall and extend it up. And I'm thinking about how tall I want the roof to be, how high I want the pitch of the roof to be. I'm going to go to about here, I think. And then I use my vanishing point again to connect this gable end of my roof to the vanishing point on the left. And here I want to connect this top part of my roof to the top corners of my main part of the building. And for detail, if you want to extend it over, then you can do so, like this. Extend the roof over past the main block of the building. And then as we come to the back of the building, we need to slightly make that angle a little bit more shallow to allow for the perspective. There's a little bit of judgment here. Imagine how far that building goes back and what the angle will look like. So have a little play about with that. Do it lightly first until you're happy with the way it looks. Okay, and I'll go over that in pen so you can see again. And there you have your house with a roof and windows and door. Now you can add on extra details now. So I might want to add a chimney. So the first thing I'm going to do is create my vertical. This is the corner of the chimney. I'll put it here. Okay, I would do all of these lines really lightly at first. I'm just doing them dark so you can see. and then using the vanishing points again so we get the correct perspective. Okay, then from there I can make it as wide as I like. And there's my chimney, and if I want to add some detail to it, I can do so. Should probably use my ruler, but never mind. So that's how to draw a simple building design using 2-point perspective. That's our 2 vanishing points. And from that stage, you can add on some details. You could add foliage around, you can add texture to the building itself, extra windows, whatever you like. And at the end, you would then rub out your perspective lines, your guidelines. So I've just got a couple of examples to show you how you could take your building on. So you could bring it a bit closer. You could start to add in some watercolor and shading in pencil. You could use a good old white gel pen and pencil, and then rub out your guidelines afterwards. So you can use any type of materials and take your building on. So you might have a reference photograph that you want to use, or you might want to do it completely from your imagination. It's entirely up to you. Have fun trying out this technique, and please do share anything that you come up with. I would love to see them.